professional career is fairly short, but I was at grad school for a couple of years. I don't know if that's in any of your guys' minds, but if it is, hopefully I can help answer some questions or give you some insight on that. So really, I'll go through some of the experiences that I had, and then kind of break it down to what I learned and maybe offer some advice. And then the other part of this is gaining the experiential advantage, and basically what I'm talking about there is just getting out and trying new things to gain the experience and to kind of put yourself ahead of some other people. Um, so I'll go through just real quick background. Basically, I'm a kid. I grew up, went to high school, and then came to Trine for 4 years. Went to grad school, Missouri University of Science and Technology in Rolla, and that was for a couple of years. And I've been at GM for about a year and a half now. So I guess I'll go through experiences, lessons learned, and then just some advice. So I was born in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Moved to Carmel, Indiana in 1997. I was in second grade. And then graduated from Westfield High School in 2008. And at that point, when I graduated, my main interests were engineering and soccer. Engineering, I like being a part of the brain game team, Rube Goldberg, Destination Imagination, fixing stuff at home, getting in, just kind of getting myself into some problem solving kind of stuff, just figuring stuff out, just tinkering, like a lot of future engineers do. And then I played soccer 4 years varsity at my high school, and then played 3 years here at Trine. The winter before my senior year of high school, soccer kind of became a little bit more than just something that I enjoyed and something that I was passionate about. It became a little bit more of a life lesson for me. I was playing indoor on some turf down in Indy and slipped and skinned up my knee pretty good. Ended up getting MRSA, which is like a staph infection that is kind of born in a hospital, and so it can't be cured. Or at the time, I don't know if it can now, but can't be cured with any kind of medicine or anything that the doctors can give you. So about a week later, I was in a hospital bed, and they had to go in and surgically remove it from my knee. The day before that, they had told me if we waited another day or two, it could be something that gets into my bloodstream, that they would have to amputate my leg another 5 or 6 days, and it could go on to the rest of my body, and it might be something that I couldn't survive from. So that's something that made it very, took soccer from being something that was just fun, and then made it, something more that's real in my life. Actually, my wife's here. She was my girlfriend at the time, and she had a poster, and this was in no way, she didn't know that I was going to be in that situation at that point in my life, but she had a poster in a room that said, "Not every day is good, but there's something good in every day." And so that's something that I've really kind of kept in mind, and as I go throughout my days, trying to find those little pieces of good things and try to make my day a little bit better than they might be otherwise. Moving on, I went to, of course, Trine for mechanical engineering. I got a minor in metallurgy. I don't know if you guys know Dr. Weber in the mechanical engineering department, but he really got me into the foundry, got me passionate about getting my hands dirty, about the foundry processes. It was really kind of eye-opening because there's a lot of fluid dynamics, heat transfer, a lot of the stuff that you might not think that you would find in a foundry, but there's a lot of science to it. But I really like that part of it too, and that's kind of ultimately what led me to go on and pursue my master's in metallurgy. So then, obviously part of the honors program as well, played 3 years of soccer. But really one of the things, looking back on everything, if you had to, say what did Trine really give me to go out into the real world? And I would say the biggest thing, apart from the academics, it's kind of expected once you get out into the real world that you know new stuff. But the bigger thing is the soft skills. And you could go to a Rose-Hulman, you could go to a Purdue, you could go, Missouri Science and Technology, you could go to a lot of good engineering schools, a lot of good business schools, and get a good education. But I think what Trine really helps you do is it's a tight-knit community. It's being able to interact with your got somebody that's slacking off, maybe you can help them out. With this project, it was really just me. If I wasn't working on it, it wasn't going to get done. And so that's helped me now that I'm a supervisor. I've got my area that I'm responsible for, and I've got ownership for that. So that was one of the things at grad school kind of helped me develop was my ownership. The other things that grad school kind of taught me, and the other experiences and takeaways that I have, meet new people and try new things. I could have gone out there. I grew up in central Indiana, moved up here to go to school, northern Indiana. Not a real big demographic change. Going out there, it's still the Midwest, but you get a lot of people, California, international students. My buddy up here, we were making beer. He's from North Dakota. But really, I could have gone out there, just had blinders on. I'm going to get my stuff done, and I'm going to get through it. But I took my blinders off. I had some preconceived notions you might have about international students, about people from North Dakota. You got to get rid of all that stuff. And really, put yourself out there to meet new people, and it'll open up your eyes. It'll open up your world to a lot of different new experiences. So some of the new things that I ended up doing, brewing beer. Got into shooting. I bought a couple guns since then. And we go on float trips. They have tons of rivers out there and a bunch of campsites. You can get rafts and canoes. And so that's me getting a shot of vodka sprayed from a squirt gun. But we found a lot of ways to have fun. Is kind of the thing that I'm trying to say here. And then number two, challenge yourself. A lot of times, as kids, we start out, we want to be an astronaut, and then you get growing up a little bit more, and maybe that's not quite as realistic, and then you back it off a little bit more. And we always have this ceiling that we set for ourselves, and there's really no reason. I mean, really, if you think about it, there's nothing telling you at any point in your life, whether you're 3 years old or 21 years old or 29 years old, whatever it may be, even if you're 54. I mean, nobody's going to tell you that you need to stop where you're at. The ceiling that we impose on ourselves is, it's unrealistic. It's not there. You guys can really get out and do whatever you want. The second part of that is you got to know your limits. So there's only so much you can do in a day. There was one point when I was working in the foundry on my test apparatus that I was trying to get it done for a test the next day, and I've been in there since 6 a.m. It was about 1 a.m. at this point that next night, and my wife was bringing me like some coffee, and she showed up and I was just completely delirious. I mean, I'd been spending all day working on this thing, and like I would go, I knew I had 3 things to get done, and I'd go do the first thing, and I couldn't remember what thing 2 or thing 3 was. I mean, it was really bad. When she showed up, I'd actually just like torn off my pinky nail because I was trying to saw a hole down, and the axle slipped off and cut off my pinky nail. So I mean, I was just completely delirious, and you might expect the next day I show up, we run the test, and we fail. And so it was kind of, it was eye-opening that it's not just going in and punching the clock to get the work done. I mean, there are a lot of times that you'll be working at something, say I got 1 more hour, and in that hour you may not be in the right mindset to get the full, everything out of that hour that you could get. If you were to take a second away and then get back at it, you could get a full hour out of it. So I mean, you got to challenge yourself, but you also got to know your limits. You can't push yourself too hard because you'll get sick, you'll hurt yourself. It's just not a good place to be. The third part is striving under adversity. Going out there, I knew right off the bat I wanted to get my master's in metallurgical engineering. Coming from Trine, I had a BS in mechanical engineering and then a minor in metallurgy. I was going out there with other people that had their major was metallurgical engineering, other people that had masters, other people that already had their PhD. So I knew that my peers and my advisors were going to be scrutinizing at my work, and that was something that was kind of new to me because just going through like an undergrad program, you make the grades, you get through, and you're good. But this was a little bit different because I knew that there was going to be a magnifying glass on my work. And so that was something that my results were going to be questioned. I knew that, and so what I did that really helped was to pump myself up. So I had about a 7-minute drive from my apartment into school, and so I'd play whatever song that was going to get me pumped up for the day and really get into it, and then also visualize as I was going to go through the day. So everything, as I'm driving into work, I'd be imagining myself getting into the office, setting up my to-do list, going through the tasks, and then even driving home at the end of the day, I'd be thinking about what the next things were to come. I know a lot of people are told to do that, but the thing that people seem to miss is that they don't imagine any challenges coming up in the day. And so that's something that we all know. Challenges coming up in the day. And so that's something that we all know is going to happen. You're never going to have a perfect day. So it really helps if you visualize challenges and how you're going to get through those. So then even if
something comes up that isn't the challenge that you imagined, you can still get through it. And I find that that's really helped me, even in the real world and going through school and everything. And then the last one I kind of talked about, find ways to have fun. For the amount of hours that I was putting in and the grad student salary, I was making about $8 an hour. So there wasn't a whole lot of time to go do stuff. There wasn't a whole lot of money to do stuff. Definitely the internships that I had while I was here helped out with that because I was able to save some of that. But we all of us grad students sort of got together and we were able to find a way to make those 2 years pretty fun. So this is a little sidebar. I need to give thanks to my family, my wife, and my buddies who have been there for me from the time that I was a kid to the time now that I'm in school. And so, or now that I'm in the real world, working and whatnot. But the other part of this is, these are the people that supported me, and you got to give that support right back. You got a lot of people in your lives that you rely on, and it's a two-way street. They rely on you, and so make sure that you're giving time to the people that are there for you, that your time is being spent where it should. Now, kind of moving on to talk about the plant, just to give you guys kind of a quick background. Under the roof, we've got 2 million square feet across 2 different plants, Plant 1 and Plant 2. Picked pretty good names for them. We've got 1,200 employees. About 125 of those are salaried. The rest are union UAW hourly guys and gals. We have 1 gray iron line in Plant 1. So they do engine blocks. We used to do the engine block for the Chevy Volt and the Chevy Cruze. That's now gone to aluminum, and we still do that in our plant, in Plant 2, in aluminum now. We do the Duramax diesel, and then we do some other large engine blocks for like the 15-passenger vans and stuff. On the ductile iron line, which is the line that I'm on, we do crankshafts and we do harmonic balancer hubs. What those are, they mount to the front of the crankshaft and they help take away some of the vibration of your engine. So the pistons are going up and down and the crankshaft's spinning around, you get a lot of vibration. So they actually calibrate each hub individually. They'll put it on a test stand and they basically drill holes in this hub until they get everything balanced right. So we make those on my line as well. We do that for 2 different engine variations for the Corvette Stingray. We do a crankshaft for the GMC Terrain, as well as several other vehicles. I think the Cadillac ATS, the Chevy Cruze, Chevy Equinox, all those have our crankshafts in them. And then we also do a hub for the Cadillac CTS-V. And what that is, it's a 4-door sedan with a Corvette engine in it. So if you can imagine, one of you guys driving, somebody in the passenger seat and 2 others in the back, doing 0 to 60 in about 3.4 seconds in a sedan. I mean, it's really nice. I saw it up at the Detroit Auto Show. Then you get the luxury of the Cadillac, and it's pretty nice. So I'm kind of working up to maybe one of those one day. And then on we have 4 aluminum lines. Those all do engine blocks. They do an inline 4-cylinder. They do a V6 and a V8. And so those will go into like the Cadillac ATS. Your basic V6 and V8 will go into the Silverado and Sierra. The inline 4-cylinder will go into like the Equinox as well. So last year, we were selected as the best plant in the environmental category for all the plants in GM North America. So being a foundry, that's something that really means something to us, because a lot of people think that all we do is, parts go out the door and then, smog and smoke and dirt go up in the air. And for us, that's not what we're about. All the sand that we use to make our molds all gets reused. Everything, the metallics, all that we melt, all the metals that come back to us, all the scrap, is all recycled, it's all reused. Everything from old car parts to refrigerator doors to garage doors. Basically, we can melt almost about any steel. And then the other thing that we do, which is kind of unique for our process, is our parts go out the door, they go to an engine assembly plant, so they'll get machined a little bit more. We get those machined chips back, and then we press them into something that we can actually melt. So even that stuff that's not, that we don't do in our plant comes back to us and we can reuse that stuff.